Hi guys, now this video is about all the big pretty feelings that I feel. I think the key of life is to make yourself stable internally, because if you're not doing well internally, it will show up in your life, it will reflect in your life, and it is gonna mess up. Because if you're not internally well, it is gonna spill in every areas of your life. Like right now, even the situation is whatever xyz, if I am not able to manage myself internally in the sense emotionally, physically, and whatever is going in my head, if I'm not able to contain it properly, it will spill in my life in different sectors of my life, and it's gonna spoil everything there, right? So this other day I was watching Kunbu Panda 4, and there was like Andruni Shanti, who was actually meditating on the Valley of Peace, and he was meditating and he was chanting Andruni Shanti, Andruni Shanti, and this is when it struck me. This is when it struck me that yes, this is what we want. Like, if you're really striving to make like something create in your life from a place of a sense of assertion and a sense of like commitment, you really need to be sorted inside, and that sortedness does not comes in a single day. It's a day-to-day process. And what I really need to do is I really need to get the shit clear, because that shit does not just get cleared just by sitting and just thinking, because you will get trapped in your mind. You're fighting somebody other. This my cousin, she is like, you're fighting inside your head, and if you're fighting a war inside your head, this, you know what is going to happen. It's going to mess up everything, because if you come up with this thing in your mind is gonna come with an exact opposite thing. So it's like you're fighting two battles, and that battle is going inside your head, and that is gonna make you psycho. It is gonna kill your peace, your everything that you genuinely desire in life, and it's gonna give you a complete shit show. So for that, you really need to take out a notebook, and start to write. Because for me, I genuinely right now I'm not able to sit with myself alone. I'm either on my laptop every day, or I'm either on my phone, or I'm just doing just some random things in my life, and I genuinely do not know how anything is gonna turn around. I genuinely do not know. I'm so cut off my intuition, of my gut, that I genuinely do not know what is the next step even I have to take. Even the next step that I see that I should be taking, I'm just scared of the sensible consequences, outcome that might happen. Oh, what if I take it and the job market is not there? What if I do and I do not get a job? What if this happens, that happens? Bro, you're gonna fucking kill yourself in that thing, and the only thing that's gonna get wasted is your youth, which you're never gonna get back. Your time, that's the same thing. The money, the resources, your family's peace as well. Because obviously, if you're a child, your parents happiness and sense of feeling good is also associated with you. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because obviously when your parents are doing well, you're also influenced, right? Because you're that offspring, and everything is just connected in that way, because we are independent on each other. And that's not a bad thing of being independent on each other, because as humans, we are interdependent on each other, right? I'm sorry, that is not to be independent, that's interdependent. We have to be as an independent, we have to be interdependent upon each other, because that's not a wrong trait, that's not a toxic trait. That is about being human. We are social human beings. If I'm not interdependent on my mother, how the fuck do you think I'm gonna just survive? If my father is not interdependent on us, how the fuck is he gonna survive? And vice versa, if I'm not interdependent on them, on him, how the fuck am I gonna survive? Even if in a group setting, everybody is interdependent on each other, and that is how being a social human being works. So coming back to the point, that is what I was telling, we really need to be interdependent. And I'm sorry, I literally forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, I'm so cut off with my intuition, I'm so cut off with life. I just feel like I'm wasting my life. Even if I'm sitting here and gazing out of the window, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just scared. I'm just a pool of anxiety. I'm just a pool of like negative thoughts. What if this happens? What if that happens? I'm just a pool of. I've become this box of a person who has like every question that I can throw. What if it does not work out? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if I don't have it in me? What if I cannot go through it? What if I cannot stand it? What that happens? What if that happens? What if that happens? I've just become that sort of a person. Do you know how does it feel to be that sort of person? This just a fucking letdown. A letdown not only to your parents but to yourself. You become just a unused cup of potential. Not saying that I'm a cup, but you just become metamorphically. Just think about that. So you just become that shell of a potential that you could have ever been, and you are just unused potential. I mean, how much can a human mind actually achieve? Like, bro, that is why I really wanted to get out of the house. It is one of the reasons. I don't know if that's a right thing. I mean, that's a very valid thing to do, but I'm not really sure if I want to do an MCOM. I really do not like MCOM. But how really life goes the way we really wanted, or really never wanted, because I wanted to get an MBA, but not really from the college that I got into. But I got into it nevertheless, and I quit. And now that I want to get ahead into something that I really would like to, not love, I'm telling you, I would really like to learn because it has a future out there. Now again, I'm questioning, wow, because I see a lot of people like life isn't it so funny? Like there are so many people from tech who want to get into non-tech because they hate it, and there are so many people who are from non-tech and they want to get into tech because there are a lot of jobs out there. That's so fucking funny. I mean, I could never understand life in that sense. So yeah, even if I'm trying to be like, oh, I would never do that from there, but there's gonna be somebody like, oh, I want to do it from there. So there's always gonna be like different opinions, because it does not fucking matter. Why don't I understand this? In grand scheme of things, nothing matters if you're gonna do your MBA from here, if you're gonna do your this from here, because what really matters is if you keep moving forward. Because I don't think so at one point in your life, whatever decision you make, you have to stick on to it. Because I feel like the age I'm right now, you have to take up any decision and have to make those decisions right? Because that is how life is. You can never know if I would have taken this decision or either if I would have taken that decision, which one would have turned out to be the best decision, because there are no fucking answers except for you already working on it, or in a situation where option A is a much better decision than option B. So you have to do your own maths, your own calculation and everything. And lastly, when you've done everything, use your will, your reasoning, your act and everything, ask for God, his guidance. Because I have missed out this part of actually looking at God for guidance for so long in my life, that I've never considered him like, oh, I could use him as well. I don't have trust in God, not in a sense that I do not believe in God, but I feel like there's no point. It comes from a place of a lot of pessimism and saddest viewpoint. Like, what's the point? He's not even listen to me, and I have to get into this whole meditative state, blah blah blah, and I have to be like, I think that's not really a good place of thinking, and I need to stop myself here, because I'm not a project to just rebuild myself. I'm not a project that I need to just make myself better. That is where I get stuck there, because there are a lot of other people who are just working on their career, and I'm just fucking working on where the fuck do I even think. So that is not a right place to be, right? I'm just mumbling because I cannot bring myself in opening my laptop and just doing mindful shit. Do you understand how rotten that is? Do you understand how fucked up that is? Because my balance of dopamine has become so bad it has got fried so bad that I cannot stand even doing like really worthwhile things. So that is why I'm yapping, because yapping makes me feel good. It does not make me put in a lot of effort that I don't want to. It feels effortless, because obviously yapping is effortless, which like who the F even has to put that much of effort into yapping. But yeah, so this was the book I was talking about, never finished. I love this book. And you know what really fucking thing happened with me? So while I was coming from Bangalore to Ranchi, so on the airport, in the Bangalore airport, this has never happened to me before. So obviously my check-in my hand luggage exceeded seven more than 7 kg, and that's fine, right? Whatever luggage that you carry inside the airport, that's fine. You can have it more than that, because that is how I've been traveling every time. I carry more than 7, and that has been fine. Everybody does that. I don't know, please, I don't know, that is how I've been doing with every airline. So this time I went to Indigo, and this idiotic lady, after I've checked in, I've gave away my baggage and everything, and now she's like, oh, you need to wait. So I was like, it's more than that. And now she's like, oh no, you cannot go, you cannot carry it beyond that. And I was like, okay, fine. And she then took me to the counter, and they said that for the extra baggage you need to pay. And I was like, okay, it's fine. If it comes around to 1K, I might think of about something. I might think about it. But then he was like, the guy is like, you need to pay 7K. I was like, bro, give me a second. I'll walk about it and I'll see what the fuck can I do. And so I just checked, I just reshuffled everything, but again that guy followed me. I knew they were onto something, because who the fuck does that? I was I was flying alone. I'm a woman. Do I look like a child? No, I do not look like a child. So they thought it is easier for me to manipulate me and shit. It's like, oh ma'am, where are you going? You have to make it like bridge. Shut the fuck up. I did not really, but I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I was so done with that fucking lady, stupid lady, whatever. I'm like, please let me go. I just came from hostel and shit. I mean, obviously that does not work, but you can still try your chances, whatever. So I was like, oh, I'll just think. My luggage was heavy, because all of my precious books that I carry with me, I cannot live without my books, because with every phase that I'm going in my life, I need a fucking book. So thank God this book was not with me, but his memoir what the fuck, was with me while I was traveling. So unfinished is the book names, right? So I like carried, so I was like, I cannot carry these 2 books back, because they are making my luggage very heavy, because they were actually heavy. So I gave away this Vice's book to a fellow spiritual people out there, and I was like, wow, that aligned really well. And I gave the other book to this lady. I was like, if you really want, you can carry it, because my luggage is very heavy and shit. So yeah, I did that, and there goes that book. And I love this book. I could not give this book away, because this is a gem of a book. There are so many things that really need to be like really nice, it is, whatever. So that was my whole entire airport story, and I don't know if it even fits, and it has made the video really long. So yeah, that is what had happened. And I think I'm doing life wrong, which I know I am doing life wrong. This is not how life is meant to be lived or led. I just want to create life from a place of creator, not something like, oh, this happens, I'm just so done. Bye.